Hey, I'm Jess with Boat Home Life. Thanks for joining me today for your yoga fix. We are going to do a nice and easy breezy, even though it's not even breezy up here now, class. So just under 20 minutes. It's going to be really chill. Follow along, and as always at the end, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. Likes and shares always appreciated. Donations always appreciated to help keep this thing going. Other than that, let's get on the mat and just get prepared to take it slow and easy today. Let's get our stretch on.
So we're going to begin today in a comfortable seated position, legs can be crossed, and we're just going to start with focusing on the breath, closing the eyes. Hands can be facing down for a more grounding position or facing up to receive more energy. Whatever you need to begin your practice today, eyes closed, focusing on your brow point, focusing on your breath. So breathing in and out through the nose, setting your intention for the practice today, whatever you need it to be. Knowing that anytime you can pause this video and take it at your own pace. Breathing in and out. Just relaxing the shoulders down and back. Taking the hands to heart center. Sealing your intention. We're going to inhale, stretching the arms up tall. Exhale them back down, palms together at heart center. And we're going to take the hands, creating a little cup right behind the back of the head to pull the neck down, chin to the chest. Getting a nice little neck stretch in the beginning. Inhale the arms back up tall. Exhale them down to your sides. And then taking a breath in, hands find their way back to heart center. Do this a few times. And taking the hands to the back of the neck, gently pulling the chin towards the chest and a gentle neck stretch. Paying a little bit of attention to the neck we don't really get to most days. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up tall, reaching for the sky. Exhale them long down to your sides. So finding that tall, straight back. And then inhale the hands to heart center. Exhaling here. And your next inhale, taking your hands behind your neck and exhaling the chin to the chest. And then inhale, the arms reach up tall. Exhale them long down to the sides. And set them behind you a little bit and look up towards the sky, finding some strength in the chest, lifting it forward. Hands come back to the knees, looking up. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. On the inhale, you look up, bringing the chest forward. On the exhale, you round chin to chest, bringing the back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, following your own breath here. You can even shake the head if you want to. Maybe rolling it around a little bit, whatever feels best for you here. Holding it in one position or the other. Making this your own practice. Doing a few shoulder rolls, shaking it all out. One direction with the shoulders and then the other. Bring the shoulders up by the ears. We'll take our right ear towards our right shoulder and gently going all the way around, making slow, gentle circles with the neck. One direction. And then going in the other when your left ear finds your left shoulder. Taking your time here. Really letting yourself feel the stretch today. Just following your own breath. Finding wherever your body needs to release that tension. This is a great one for you to ever feel a headache coming on. Do this a few times and it might help. And so taking the chin to the chest. We're going to lean forward, getting a little stretch in the lower back. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, coming forward. And we're going to do circles with our whole body this time. So you bring your chest towards that right knee. And then coming back, rounding the spine. Coming forward on the left side. Do that a few times on the right side. And then we'll switch it up and go in the other direction. Doing circles with the whole body. The hips can even lift off the ground a little bit as you go around. Finding your stretch here. And then coming back to center, sitting up tall and straight. We're going to take our right palm to our left knee, and our left palm comes out behind us. Back is tall and straight. You're gazing over your left shoulder here. Neck is in line with the spine, finding your twist. And then coming back to center, we'll go to the other side. Right hand to left knee. Left hand to right knee. Right hand is behind us now. And looking over that right shoulder, finding your twist. And then coming back to center, arms are behind you, lifting the chest towards the sky. And then coming back to comfortable seat, palms come in front of us, rolling forward, or finding your way, whatever works for you, to come into a tabletop position, palms under shoulders, knees under hips, couple cat-cows here, matching the breath with the movement. So on the inhale, looking up, dropping the belly, On the exhale, looking down, rounding the spine. And then from here, we're going to keep the tops of the feet grounded on the mat as you lift the knees off. Palms are under the shoulders here, and you can stay grounded right there if that feels good, or lean back and forth, bringing the bum back over the toes and shoulders over the palms if that feels good. I know it can be a bit challenging either way, so finding your edge and then staying there, and then coming back to tabletop. We're going to come into extended child's pose. So big toes come together, arms reach out long in front of you, bum drops towards the feet, forehead on the mat. Staying with your breath here, letting yourself relax, and maybe just finding the breath, finding your intention once more. And we're going to stay in our child's pose while I mentally prepare you when we start to come out, like right now. We're going to tuck our toes under our feet, bring your knees back together, or you can just sit like you normally would, coming onto a bit of a toe stretch. This feels really nice for myself. Inhaling, arms up tall. Exhale, that right arm down towards the mat. Left arm stays in line with the left ear as it reaches up and over, side stretch. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over, in line with that right ear, side stretch. And then coming back up. This whole time you can be sitting on your toes if that feels good. Going back over towards the right side, and inhaling up, back over towards the left side, and then inhaling back up, looking towards the palms, slight back bend, keeping the arms in line with the ears, opening up the chest, and then scraping those elbows out and down towards the sides, finding our way back to tabletop, and coming back to child's pose. You can take your knees wide or together here, whatever feels best for you, knowing that this is your practice, finding your pace. You can pause this video whenever you need to, and only doing what feels right for your body. Just because I say it doesn't mean you have to do it. And staying with the breath. We're going to take that right arm up and then cross it under the left. Right ear comes to the mat, and we're going into a nice stretcher. You can even start to go into a bind if you want to, taking that left arm up, reaching towards the sky, or even taking it into that bind where it reaches towards that right thigh. And then taking it back up and long in front of you, bringing both arms back to center, and then taking that left arm under the right. Left ear comes to the mat to gaze under the shoulder. And you can stay in the normal pose, or maybe begin to work on the bind, reaching that right arm up towards the sky, and maybe bringing it back to touch that left hip, that left thigh. What feels right for you here. And then all coming back to center at your own pace. Exhaling to child's pose. Staying with the breath. And we're going to walk back up here, tucking our toes behind us into plank. And you can stay in plank or you can rock back and forth, kind of like we did before, but now we're in plank pose, finding what feels best to you. This adds a little bit of dynamic stretch to you. Lowering down to the belly, untucking the toes, grounding the palms. Or you can come into Sphinx with the elbows under the shoulders if that's better for you. If you want to come into upward dog or up cobra, you'd keep your hips and knees on the mat. Up dog, you take your knees off. And then we're going to look over the right shoulder and then over the left, over the right shoulder, over the left, from wherever you are, finding that nice little twist, a nice stretch. And then coming back to center, lifting the chest and the heart as much as you can, finding that lower back stretch. Just breathing here, focusing on the deep breaths. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. If you are familiar with fire breath, you can use that in your practice. We're going to be here for a minute, so just letting yourself find your edge. Letting yourself find that stretch. Find the breath. And if you need a break, take it. Otherwise, keep on going. Keep finding your stretch. Finding your breath. It can be a little bit intense, but totally releasing all energy on the exhales. To the other, and our forehead rests on the palm. Giving ourselves a little break here. Arms reach out behind us, lifting the chest, the feet, and the arms, and then lowering back down for breath. And then doing it again all the way up, lifting everything, and lowering back down. And then lifting up as much as you can. Maybe even grabbing the feet this time, coming into bow pose if that feels right for you. Grabbing the ankles or the feet wherever you can, lifting that chest, and then lowering back down, giving ourselves our well-deserved break here. Letting your breath flow. Taking the palms on the shoulders, tucking the toes under the feet, lifting back to plank, and then all the way sending the hips back to down dog. Following the breath. Breathing here, maybe pedaling out the knees, one and then the other. Feeling that stretch. Making sure you're putting equal weight between the palms and the feet. Letting the neck go. Maybe even shaking it side to side, up and down, rolling it around, whatever feels right for you, whatever your neck needs today. We hold a lot of tension and stress there. So just let it go. Let it flow. Looking forward, you can step or hop your feet to your hands. And then we're going to inhale halfway up, exhale, folding down, releasing the neck, the jaw. Inhale halfway up, exhaling it, go even deeper, finding that forward fold. And then this time when we inhale halfway up, we're going to spread our feet about a little bit wider than hip distance, toes point out, and sitting down into our yoga squat. Elbows push against the knees as we take our hands to heart center. You can even rotate your wrist if that feels good for you here. Sometimes I like to play with the wrists. Be playful in your practice. Find what works for you. And we're just going to hold here for a while, so just kind of getting comfortable or as comfortable as you can. Staying with the breath, staying in the moment, letting those hips open. And if this is too much for you, you can roll your blanket or your mat under you. You can even put a block under your bum to give you a little extra support if that helps as well. And your heels might not be touching. Mine didn't for the longest time, so being aware that that's okay. Being patient with yourself. Finding what works for your practice. We're just going to hold here with the breath. Not holding the breath, but you're holding here, focusing on the breath. Don't get that confused. Just being in tune with the moment. Noticing how your body feels. Maybe rotating those wrists a little more. And then grounding the palms in front of you. Inhale, lifting the hips up. Inhale, lifting the body halfway up. And then exhaling it all down, lowering to your fold. On your next inhale, reaching up towards the sky, grounding through the feet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up tall once more. And scraping the arms out wide and down behind your back, interlacing the fingers, reaching them out behind you. Exhale, forward hold. With your arms reaching out over your head, just letting them drop as far as that feels okay for your shoulders. They might not be as far off your body as they are for me, but that's okay. I've been working on this for a while. And inhale, back up, arms reach down, in, arms reach up tall. Exhale, scraping the arms down all the way to the mat, and forward fold. And then we're going to ground the palms, stepping back to plank, maybe rocking back and forth, getting that dynamic stretch in again if that feels good. And then lowering all the way down and coming up through your chaturanga into up dog or cobra, whatever works best for you here, maybe even sphinx. And tucking the toes under the feet, sending the hips up and back for down dog. Kicking that right foot towards the sky, maybe even letting it drop towards the left side to open up that hip, get a nice stretch in there. Or you can stay in three-legged dog the whole time if that feels best. Bringing that knee towards the center, exhaling, kicking it back. Inhale it up and finding your way into your lunge on the right side. And inhale, reaching up tall to crescent pose. Arms by the ears, nice strong lunge. Exhale, dropping that left heel to align with the right. Arms open wide into your T position for warrior two. Gazing over your right fingertips. Strong lunge in that right leg, and then windmilling it all down on your exhale. Keeping that left palm grounded. It's about even with that right arm reaches up tall towards the sky. Maybe even coming into your bind, and then coming all the way back down. Right palm grounds, this time on the outside of the right foot as the left arm reaches up tall, and it can come into your bind on this side if that's what you're working for. Or it can just reach up, whatever works for you. And then taking it all the way back down, finding your way to your lunge. Dropping that left knee. We're going to come into low lunge here. Just focusing on the breath, making sure that right knee isn't going over the right toes, keeping that chest tall as much as you can. Feeling that stretch. tucking the toes under the left foot. We're going to kick that right foot out behind us and then bring that knee towards the nose, kicking it back as tall as you can, and then dropping that right knee by the left. Tucking the toes under the feet and coming to plank and then back to down dog. Kicking that left foot towards the sky, three-legged dog, or dropping that left foot towards the right side to open up the hips if that feels right. Or you can stay in three-legged dog the whole time. And coming back from where we are to three-legged, bringing that knee forward. I didn't do the knee adjust. It's okay. So now dropping that back, right heel to align with the left. Sorry. Inhale, windmilling arms up to your warrior 2 position. Staying with the breath, gazing over your left fingertips, and then windmilling fingers down, uprooting that back right foot. Right palm grounds as the left arm reaches up tall. Maybe working on your bind on this side so that left arm reaches back to touch the right thigh. Windmilling it back down. Left arm's grounded here as the right arm reaches up tall. And then maybe working on your bind so the right arm reaches over to touch the left thigh this time. Arm comes back and windmilling it back down. Finding your way to your low lunge, dropping that right knee, untucking that right toe, and just leaning forward into that lunge through the hips, keeping the hips even. Left knee isn't going over the toes. Chest is nice and tall, finding space in the hips and the heart. And then grounding the knee, kicking that left foot up towards the head, and then bringing it towards the chest, and then dropping it by the right. From here, we're going to drop into child's pose for a minute, giving ourselves a well-deserved break. Been doing a lot of stretching, a lot of breathing today, so letting yourself just be here for a moment. And then you can even stay in child's pose or do circles. So you actually lean up towards the right side and coming forward over the palms and then towards the left and back down. You can do one side and then the other, taking your time here, pausing wherever you need to feel the stretch in the best way for you. You don't even have to do this if this doesn't feel good for you. It feels really good for me, so that's why I threw it in today. I thought some people also might benefit from this lovely little circle stretch. Moving the body. And then meeting back in child's pose and letting yourself relax. One of my favorite poses for sure. Coming back forward, we're going to find our way onto our bum here. Feet are going to be long in front of us. You can remove any flesh from under the sit bones. Inhale up tall and straight. Exhale, hands reach towards the feet or the knees, the thighs, whatever it can grab here. Looking towards the big toe, you're going to keep that back as straight as you can, leaning forward, finding that stretch, finding your seated forward fold. Always breathing, maybe finding more space in the exhales. And then coming back up tall. We're going to come onto our backs here, hugging the knees into the chest, maybe doing a few circles with the knees on the lower back, one direction. And then the other, just making sure we do, equal here, making sure we get both sides. And hugging the knees in, and then you can send them out long for your Shavasana, or you can have the feet together, hips opening wide into your Shavasana. Either way, we're going to begin to enter into our relaxation pose here. Palms are at our sides, facing up, eyes are closed. Focusing on our breath, in and out through the mouth. Letting it all go. Any thoughts, tension, whatever it may be. And remaining here for however long you need to. Just letting yourself be still. Finding your breath. Following it as it goes in through the nose and out. Allowing yourself these moments of stillness. Allowing yourself to feel gratitude towards yourself and your practice. And knowing that you can stay here for as long as you want, but for the sake of time, I'm going to come on out and come find our way to a comfortable seated position. Hands at heart center. We have clear and loving thoughts as your hands come to your forehead. Clear and loving communication as your hands find your way to your lips. And clear and loving intentions as your hands find your way to your heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in your practice today.